And all right, so today, honestly, first things first, I'm really hoping that the market moves a little bit better than what it did yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the setup that we were watching yesterday morning ended up playing out throughout the entire overnight session. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know most of you guys probably didn't take it. Maybe you saw it, but maybe you didn't. You're like, whatever. You know what I mean? It was too late at night. But later in the live today, I will be breaking down that trade, exactly how I found it, how you guys could have taken it, and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I want to focus on seeing if we can find a trade throughout the New York session, and pretty much just call it a day fairly quick. All right. Now, before I pretty much find the bias or anything, I'm pretty much set on what I want to see in the markets today, which I'm hoping we see because we're pretty far away from it, and we're kind of going against it. All right, now throughout the overnight session, looking at the higher time frame, we did take out a pretty good amount of levels of liquidity, um, which we could use to our advantage. Now, it won't be the best looking setup in my opinion, but we could still kind of use it in a way. Let me explain to you guys. All right, so on Friday, last Friday, we ended up creating this Asia low. No, on Thursday or same session pretty much. On Thursday going to Friday, we created these two lows. One at this London low right here around 861, and let me see. Can you? Oh wait, is my yes? Oh, okay, perfect. I was about to say. Okay, so yeah, we have this low at the London low down here, and we have this Asia low at 749. All right, now what we could do from here is we can look to kind of get a sweep off of 861 and kind of get an idea of what the market wants to do, but I won't really feel as confident working off of this level, although we could work off of it rather than working off the pretty much the final level of liquidity over at 749. Now, if we take out this level of liquidity over at 749, not only will we know where the absolute bottom would pretty much be, but we would have a lot less stress to work with. Because let's say, for example, right now, obviously looking at the 15-minute, the 5 minute, it looks really, really bullish. I mean, it kind of is, right? There's a lot of buying pressure kicking in right now. And we do have a fair amount of levels of liquidity that we could take out to the upside, all right, which also looks really, really good. Right now, the issue is that if we look to trade off of anything here, right, not only would I not really use this bullish rally gap, we could. Don't get me wrong, we could. It just won't be perfect because, first of all, you don't have your DOL sweep, right? The market right now is kind of getting more of like a pullback, right? I mean, New York just opened. It looks all right. And the volume doesn't even look all that strong. You know what I mean? Like it's you know what I mean? The first buying candle, the next one is a doji candle. There's not much going on. All right. So what I want to do today is I definitely want to give the market a little bit more time. I don't want to rush any trades. Um, yeah, I pretty much don't want to rush any trades. I kind of just want to see if the market is able to take out 749 before we push up. I'm hoping we don't, but if you know what I mean, I'm gonna give the market like what, like 20-ish, 30 minutes or so. Maybe we get a setup going, you know, whatever direction we want to go to. But if it does seem like buyers are really, really in control and we don't really need a sweep off of 749, which is the Asia low from last Thursday, what we could do is we could still work off this London low right down here. As long as we're obviously able to hold above around just the 860 range, I would be interested. And the setup that we can look to take from this would not only be a 5 minute inverse off of this bearish rally gap, but it will also be a 15 minute inverse from this bearish rally gap, which also I was about to say the 30 minute, but 30 minutes not there. All right. So yeah, the 5 and 15 minute time frame look pretty good for an inverse if buyers are extremely strong here, which honestly they might look strong, but it's questionable. It's questionable. All right. Um. So yeah, if we were to look for a setup right now for longs, although it would be fairly good, I would say it's pretty good. You know, what I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not horrible. It would. There's definitely a lot of things that we can use for it to be a lot better, like this 749 level. The problem with this is that coming into market open, not only are we pretty strong to the point we're not really seeing too many sellers really trying to step in. You know, what I mean, we have more of a doji candle here, but that doesn't really tell us anything. Um, but not only that, we would have to sell off near 100 points, about 80 points to the downside to just take out one level of liquidity. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but if it does end up happening, it could take a like 20, 30, maybe an hour, depending on the volume of the market. You guys know yesterday was extremely choppy. There is really no setups to take. So for me, yesterday was more of a cash day. And then I'm sure you guys saw it throughout the overnight session. We had more of a working setup. Um, which was this 15-minute fair value gap inverse, which we ended up getting around this range, and it hit all of our, no, not all of our price targets, but ended up hitting the price targets that we were looking for. But like I said, I don't want to get too into that trade because I know that trade ended up playing out like at 3 in the morning. Why was I up? Don't really ask me. You know what I mean? I don't know. But you know what I mean? I do want to give you guys the trade throughout the New York session because I know a lot of you guys will be able to catch it. All right. And I obviously want to be making money with you guys and catching the trades live with you guys. All right. So yeah, once again, coming into this New York Open, I definitely do want to see some downside, but if we don't get downside, we could definitely still look to take some trades from this London low sweep if we're able to hold above it. It will just pretty much, if buyers are able to hold above this level right here, above 860, this will pretty much just tell us that buyers are a lot more, a lot more interested. Obviously, right now we are pushing up, so we are getting that 860 breakout here. All right, so what we can look to do here is maybe somewhat of a setup like this. Now, the only problem that I'm facing behind this setup, entry wise, is that our first price target isn't going to be the best price target. It's going to be about 20 points, because we have this candle wick here. But if buyers are in complete control, I don't really think this level should be too much of an issue, because we obviously have a lot more important levels of liquidity to the upside to pretty much take out. So if we're going to go up, I'm sure we're going to go up at least into this London high, maybe even this final price target at this Asia high. I'm not interested in anything above because it's kind of unrealistic in a way. All right, so yeah, pretty much what I'm looking out for here is, for now, as buyers are pretty much stepping in with pretty nice control, I would say, on the 5-minute time frame. If we were to take anything, it would be off of this 15-minute bearish rally gap inverse. Maybe mainly for a quick scalp into 908. We take some trims there, whatever. I wouldn't say move your stop loss to break even if we see this this price target, but we could definitely get some trims. All right. Now, if we're able to get this, we would pretty much, like I said, we will be a lot more interested in 974 instead. I would like that level a lot more. It's just more of a stronger level of liquidity. All right. But in the meantime, looking at the 5-minute time frame, the only way I would be interested in this setup right here, the only way I would take it is if this candle is able to flip from red to green. It will just show us that sellers tried stepping in, they don't have enough strength, and we're probably going to seek higher as buyers are in. I mean, they're interested, right? And it kind of does seem like we are getting a really, really nice candle flip here. So we could probably look to take this fairly quick. All right, guys. So yeah, for now, I would say this is a setup. Although it could be better, I'm not saying it looks bad at all. Honestly, I kind of really like it. And I like it mainly because with the amount of buying pressure kicking in, it's not too bad either. All right, guys. So yeah. Now for this one, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have time to really type up the setup in the setups to watch channel. So I might do more of an entry type of thing just so everyone is able to catch it with me. But like I said, that's not something I really want to get you guys used to anymore. But just for this trade, I might have to do it. All right, guys. So yeah, let me get this ready real quick. It's just with price moving so quick, with how much I type in to explain the setup and as to what I'm watching and all that stuff, it could take some time. But yeah, either way, I'm gonna take my trades live. I just didn't want to alert it text. But yeah, we'll go from there, pretty much. And in the meantime, let me type this up real quick. I wanted to kind of show you guys what I've been working on. But let me do this real quick. Hold on. 50, and then we have 20,000. Wait, let me make sure that I'm live on YouTube here. What's up, YouTube? I completely forgot that I was live on YouTube for a second. Let me go ahead and put it out real quick, guys. Give me 1 sec. There we go. All right. Anyways, but yeah, guys, I've been actually working on some channels. I was working on them last night. Would you recommend a normal stop loss of 30 points? Yeah, 30 points is not too bad. With this setup, its price seems fairly tradable. It doesn't look like it's all over the place. You know what I mean? It's not super volatile, and it looks pretty strong. I mean, buyers seem like they really want to be in control. As long as we're able to hold above this level of liquidity right here, I'm gonna mark it out just so it extends. Just so we know exactly what we're working with right now. So it'll be this one right here. So yeah, actually, in fact, we haven't even broken above it. We just barely missed. We tapped into it, but still no sweep. So what, like I said, guys, what I want to see here is not only get a red to green candle on the 5-minute, which we still haven't seen just yet, but I also want to make sure that price is able to hold above this level of liquidity to kind of confirm the deal will sweep, to make sure that buyers are in control and everything. And once we're able to get that, I would want to see enough buyers, obviously, to inverse this fair value gap without an issue, and we just go from there. And then we would just look to take an entry around the 890 range, and we go from there. Yeah, that's the problem. PT1 is unfortunately only 20 points, so our first entries or our first trims is going to be more of a scalp, just to secure some profits out of the trade. I can't really control how far the price targets are going to be, but like I said, if buyers seem like they're in a ton of control, we shouldn't really have an issue rejecting off of this level after we take it out. We should seek a little bit higher, at least into this London high, because we realistically have nothing stopping us until then. All right, so it's pretty much just take care of this fair value gap, and we should be good to go. Now, ES on the other hand, we are taking out a small level of liquidity, which I don't think is too much of an issue. But this is the same price target that we wanted to see over on NQ. So NQ is a little bit behind. All right. No, Chan, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Obviously after a certain amount of time, it kind of, you know what I mean? But here we could still use this confirmation because we know that buyers are stepping in with this amount of strength. Now all we would want to see on the higher time frame is to make sure that price is actually able to hold above this London low. All right. But it kind of seems like price or buyers are struggling a little bit, which is not something that we want to see. So obviously, as buyers struggle here, not only will we might get a rejection, but it just shows that buyers won't be as strong to maybe inverse this fair value gap. I could be wrong, but it's just what I'm seeing right now. Like I said, I just want to see buyers have no issue breaking above these highs, breaking above this inverse, and seeing this price target up here. Will you do limit? No, I don't really do limit orders. No. But yeah, now there is a pretty high possibility where we might pull back into this fair value gap. Maybe that's what buyers want. I'm not sure because it really does seem like buyers are struggling to break above this London low down here that we want to see price hold above. So we'll see. Maybe the 15-minute looks a little bit cleaner here, but we'll see. Like I said, I do want to see really strong buyers stepping in above 887 for me to be interested in taking longs. If we kind of struggle like how we are kind of right now, I probably will just avoid and wait for 749 to get taken out first, so we have a way better looking setup, right? I'm just making it. I mean, look at that. you see what I mean? I don't really know where this came from. We don't have news today. I mean, we did retrace into this 5-minute gap, which could be good. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. You guys saw it, right? But yeah, so far, I'm not really. Obviously, I would want to see buyers really rip above this, but it's kind of. I mean, price is kind of struggling a little bit here. So it definitely is something that I do want to wait on a little bit more. That was crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, Trump meeting with Canada PM session. Orange folders? We didn't have an orange folder today, did we? Forex fact. Yeah, no, we had no news today, guys. So I don't know where this came from. I don't know why it's doing whatever it's doing, but honestly, it might have been a 5-minute fair value gap retracement. I don't know where the volume came from, like I said, but hey, I mean, if it sparks up volume in the market, fuck it. But yeah, today we have no news, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know if you guys read the chat yesterday, but I did say that I personally do believe that the market will probably. My almost called me. The market will probably chop up until tomorrow afternoon. Um, so yeah, today there's a slight chance that today could be choppy. And the main reason for that, guys, is because tomorrow we have FOMC, and I'm assuming this is one of the FOMC meetings that is highly anticipated. A lot of investors are waiting for it, mainly because Trump and all that stuff, tariffs and all that stuff going on. So they want to see exactly how it's going. So yeah, why was yesterday extremely choppy? In my opinion, it was mainly because of FOMC tomorrow. All right. But yeah, today there's a slight chance that if we don't get us set up soon, the more we go into the PM session, the slower it'll probably get. All right, now, like I said, one of the main things that I did want to see in the markets was to take out 749 before anything, and we're probably gonna get that. Now, on the 5-minute time frame, it kind of seems like we are gonna inverse this fair value gap. I am not interested in taking shorts. I know usually this is something I would look for, but no. This is going to be more for our confirmations. We want to make sure that there's enough sellers stepping in. Not only are we creating a really, really nice bearish rally gap right here for about 60 points and hopefully more, but what we could do here, guys, is if we have enough selling interest, we can probably shoot this 50 more points to the downside, take out this liquidity, and then look to inverse this and then target everything else to the upside. I would much rather prefer that setup rather than this one, which is kind of like whatever. Like it don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's, you know, I mean, we can definitely get better off of 749 rather than this DOL sweep right here. All right. But yeah, we'll see exactly how that goes. And yeah, we'll see. But in the meantime, there's not much of a clear direction in the market yet. So we kind of have to wait it out. All right. Now, let me see here. I looked away for a second, bro. I literally saw it just sold off like crazy. Um, it's starting to be in a range. We need to break out. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying maybe today might be another day where we chop. Tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna be completely cash. I am not gonna bother trading FOMC. And you guys shouldn't either. You guys know how it goes 99% of the time. The entire day it chops out. FOMC happens. It's super unpredictable. Price is super volatile, and most of the time, a lot of people end up blowing their accounts. So if I were you guys tomorrow, try avoiding the markets. It's not going to be really worth trading, in my opinion. I personally don't feel like any FOMC day is worth trading. So for me personally, tomorrow I am completely off the markets. All right, guys. Let me see. Um, Yo, Blast. Is that still a level of liquidity? If you got, well, it's not the best looking one. Obviously, right now I am not going to be as interested anymore. What I want to be interested in right now is this level of liquidity all the way down here at 750. I really, really want to take out that level before we see any form of upside. You guys know, since yesterday morning, I've been bearish, and the bearish buys ended up playing out throughout the overnight session. All right. So obviously, if you guys look at the setups to watch channel, you guys will see everything I was looking at. But now that we took out practically almost everything, I want to be bullish for today, right? I mean, we took out all of the, or mostly all of the objectives to the downside. We still have one last one, which obviously is at 749. If you guys expand your time frame, you will see the level right down here. So I want to take this one out and then start looking to be bullish. Although looking to be bullish could take some time because obviously we do have, you know what I mean? We have some room to go up. All right. But we'll see exactly how this goes. So far, we are selling off like crazy. So I'm not saying that I'm going to be bullish right as we take out this level, but I'm expecting to be bullish if we're able to hold above it after we take it out. All right, guys. So this level pretty much down here at 750 will tell us exactly what our bias is going to be for the day, pretty much, right? If we hold below 749, we kind of don't have anything below. Like if you guys go on the higher time frame, we have absolutely nothing stopping us below. So it's a make it or break it deal pretty much with this level. It's if we have enough sellers to really hold below 749, we have nothing stopping us until the 400s. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting today, guys. I'm really hoping we're able to get a sweep off of this Asia low down here because obviously upside looks a lot more realistic than downside. If we were to take a trade into the downside, we don't have a single price target to kind of focus on. You guys get what I'm saying? So yeah, if we do take out this level down here to the downside and we kind of sweep it in reverse to the upside, we could look to take an inverse off of this 5-minute bearish rally gap and kind of look to inverse or not inverse, look to target these levels above. It'll be a lot better. I really, really like that. All right. But yeah, I'm really hoping the market's able to sell off at least 20 more points to the downside. We take out this level, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? We have nothing else to worry about to the downside. All right, guys. And this will pretty much make our trades, if we were to get a reversal, as perfect as possible, which is exactly what we want for today. So we can work towards an extra day for that payout. All right, guys. Once again, you guys know on the 0 to payout challenge, I haven't really, since Thursday, I haven't really given you guys a trade. So yeah, I'm still green on the account, up $350. But so far, not many trades taken as the market hasn't really given us anything. You know what I mean? It's given us a few trades here and there, but those are just trades that I've taken on my main accounts rather than the top step accounts. For the top step, I want to make sure they're as perfect as possible so we all get the payout together. All right. But guys, in the meantime, while we wait for this level to get taken out, I'm gonna go ahead and get some water real quick. So give me 1 minute. Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right. I'm back. All right, and it actually seems like we're about to take out this level of liquidity. I'm hoping we do because we're like 5 points away from it. I'm praying we don't bounce off of this level right here because I really, really want to take out this level. But once again, guys, pretty much what I'm looking for here, I'm gonna give you guys a kind of a visual thing right here. Is I want to see something like this, pretty much. We inverse the fair value gap right here. We target PT1 right here, and then we just look for the rest, pretty much. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting a full push up like this, but you guys get the point. I'm pretty much looking for a reversal from this level to go higher. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm really, really hoping I'm really hoping the market wastes no time in getting the reversal, because sometimes, guys, we take our level of liquidity, we go 20, 30 points below it, we chop out for a little bit, it does nothing, and then it ends up reversing before the day even, you know what I mean? Before it even uh pretty much after the market closes is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, exactly. Now, I'm not really expecting a full-on push-up literally right now just because we took out the level of liquidity, which I'm hoping for. You know what I mean? And hopefully the market proves me wrong. But the reason I'm not expecting that, guys, is mainly because obviously look at how much selling we're getting to the downside. You know what I mean? Sellers are in control. I mean, it's not something that buyers can just step in like, hey, we took out the level, that's it. We want to take control here. It's something that could take a few minutes for buyers to kind of wake up, be like, okay, we took out the level of liquidity. We should start expecting more of a reversal going forward. All right, so that's exactly what we want to start looking for in this candle right here. We want to make sure that this candle looks a lot weaker than obviously these last two candles. It could be more of like a doji candle. It could be more of a green candle, stuff like that. I'm not expecting a full candle to the upside like this, but I am expecting more of a weaker candle. Why exactly? Well, once again, guys, if you guys go to the higher time frame, you guys would obviously see that we have no other levels to the downside here. So the whole reason the market was selling off was mainly to take out the final level of liquidity. Now that we took it out, there's not going to be as many sellers interested in making the market go lower, because obviously there's no other levels for sellers to really take out here. All right, now if there's no other levels for sellers to take out to the downside, what would happen? Well, if there's a lot more levels to the upside, well, buyers would technically be a lot more interested. All right. So I'm really hoping the market proves me wrong, because I am saying I'm not expecting a full-on reversal in one candle, but the sooner we get it, obviously, pretty much the faster the day will be. All right, guys. So yeah, I do want to see a very strong candle here into this inverse above, and we should be good to go. All right. So all we need realistically is more of like a 50 to 60 point push up. Yeah, 60 points or so, which should be one pretty strong candle, and we should be there. All right, we get that inverse, and we just look to target all of these levels of liquidity to the upside, pretty much. All right, so it will look more like this. So our first PT will be about 25 points. Yeah, 25 points around there. And then obviously we have the rest of the levels to kind of take out here. All right, but do you guys, just so you guys can understand it in the chat, or just so I can understand if you guys are understanding in the chat, do you guys get this? All right, are you guys understanding literally everything I'm saying, or do you guys have some questions? Let me know. All right, guys, you guys know I'm focusing more on education more than anything right now. All right, so yeah. All right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I'm not seeing any nos, so hopefully you guys aren't lying. All right, but last week trading 7 cons on Top Step. I'm doing 5. I might do 7 on this one because I do like the way the setup is looking. As long as buyers are really, really strong, I'll do 7. But if it's kind of like whatever, you know what I mean, like it's the setup is there, but nothing crazy, then you know what I mean, we can pretty much take that. Why did we get stopped out last night? You shouldn't have gotten stopped out. I'll explain that setup after this trade, pretty much. Because it's gonna take some time to explain it. I'm gonna do both a text breakdown on it. I'm working on some channels for the breakdowns as well. But I will be explaining it. Yeah, I got you. That's what are you doing different now? What do you mean? In what sense? Like for the Discord, or if you're talking about the Discord, yeah, for the Discord, I wanna focus more on education. I wanna be a lot more like, you guys know, like a few days ago, last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever, I would literally just get on and be like, okay guys, I'm in longs, or okay guys, I'm in shorts. Okay guys, I'm getting off. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I don't do that. It creates a lot of bad habits. A lot of you guys kind of took advantage of it and kind of took it like I was spoon feeding you guys, which kind of got really annoying at one point because I would give you guys a ton of wins, I give you guys one L, and it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? And that's not what trading is. You know what I mean? Losses will happen, and some people just couldn't accept that. And obviously, if you guys can't accept a loss, then trading is not for you, or any business, in fact. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to push myself away from doing alerts and start doing more of this. You know what I mean? Where I kind of explain literally everything, so you guys learn how to take it, learn how to find it, and pretty much learn how to take it on your own. So you guys don't need to rely off anyone in the future. You know what I mean? You guys could be your own boss. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get more into that. Obviously, I'll still be alerting my trades and everything. Like, I'll still be taking them live on stream and everything. As you guys see, I have my top step accounts pretty much ready to go. Um, but yeah, I'll still be taking the trades on stream. I just don't want to be alerting them on text. I don't know if that makes sense in a way. It just takes away a lot of stress away from me. Like, I can finally start taking trades for myself. You know what I mean? Instead of rather having to worry about, oh guys, if this doesn't go right, I'm gonna have so many people against me. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyways, as we expected, I mean, we got the green candle that we wanted to see, but it didn't really hold up. Once again, like we expected. What I want to see going forward after we take out this level of liquidity, is obviously we want to make sure that we hold above it. But I'm expecting more of a slower what's it called, reversal to the upside. We could seek a little bit lower. It's totally fine. Just give the setup some time, because technically, yeah, if I were to say anything, I would say right now would be more of the bouncing level. Obviously we don't have anything else below. Once again, you guys are able to know this because if you go on the higher time frame and you look for your levels of liquidity, you in fact won't find any levels until 300 points below at the 450 range. All right, guys. So yeah, we finally took out the final level of liquidity over at 749. It could take a little bit of time for the market to actually react, but once we get that reaction, whatever bullish setup we get is going to be as perfect as pretty much possible. Like I said, guys, is going to be perfect. Why? Because once again, the upside potential, you have all of these levels to the upside to target, and the downside potential, you literally have nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? Now a lot of you guys are saying to check ES. Honestly, ES does look like a mess. So I'm more focused on NQ. If we do seek lower, we will know exactly why. It's mainly because ES does want to take out this level of liquidity. But if we do get a reversal, we would know that NQ is definitely leading a lot more. All right, guys. But yeah. For market entry, do you just type the take profit and stop loss? I'm asking because it's not like a limit order. No, for me personally, I do market orders. And by the way, guys, we are getting a really strong push up here. I'm not sure why we sold off to push back up, but I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not the one that runs the market. All right. But yeah, for me, I just do market orders. The second you enter a market order, what the market will do is it will instantly get you filled at whatever price the market is at. And then it's your job to pretty much just set your take profits and set your stop losses. All right. So the setup is on the 30-minute. No, bro, we're on the 5-minute time frame. Right here. The setup is on the 5-minute time frame. You could probably find it on the 15-minute. No, you can't. Yeah, no, it's only a 5-minute setup. So yeah, once again, guys, I am looking to definitely take longs above 838, or like the 840 range, you know, around there, whatever. And then I'll be looking to target all of these levels right here. And for the people asking me to send my chart, here it is. But yeah, we are getting really, really strong buying, which is what we expected. I just didn't expect it that quick. I was expecting more of like, you know what I mean, like a slow grind up, you know what I mean, for sellers to eventually take control, and then we go from there. But I mean, the sooner the better. Not only will it show us that buyers are extremely strong, but I mean, it will be a good thing, because if the trade does play out, we can call it a day fairly quick instead of having to wait all day for the setup to play out for X amount of points. But yeah, we tell us your entry. Yeah, no, I'm still telling you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, like, oh guys, I'm gonna get in around up here. I'm gonna do it like that. But I don't want to spoon feed you guys and be like, oh guys, make sure you guys enter right now. You know what I mean? That's something I'm trying to get away from, because I just can't do it. But yeah, I'll obviously still take the trade on live and on the screen, because obviously that's literally part of the challenge. I literally did this whole challenge so I can secure a payout in front of you, not only in front of you guys, but with you guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Keep in mind, ES is not leading. Yeah, we could probably seek lower. Not for sure, but ES did already retrace into this Fair Valley gap. Now, if we do want to seek lower, then yeah, obviously we would kind of have to wait for ES to take out this level of liquidity before we see the upside potential. Which, if we get more of a rejection like this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it would look more for like a PM session for this to kind of play out, because it would take a lot of time for NQ to dump 50 plus points to then reverse back up 100 plus points to then get the inverse. That's going to take forever. So I'm hoping ES is not the reason why we sell off. I'm hoping ES kind of wakes up here and it's like, okay, you know what I mean? NQ is reversing. We can go higher. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that that's the case, because NQ already took out everything. And if NQ is leading, then we shouldn't have an issue reversing. But in the worst case where ES is going to be the one that rejects, is going to be the one that leads the market, and we go lower, this setup that we are watching on the 5-minute time frame is probably going to play out in the PM session. That's only if we get a rejection. All right, going forward, what we want to see here is straight buying. We don't want to see any signs of sellers, because obviously the longer we take, the longer obviously the setup is going to take for it to play out. All right. NQ at 591 is a drawn liquidity. 591. I don't have anything at 591. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing of liquidity until 447 is what I have. Unless you want to show me your chart, and I'll check it out. Maybe I'm not seeing something. Obviously feel free to, but for me, I have literally nothing below 749 until 447. All right, and obviously you guys see what I'm seeing on the higher time frame. It is nothing until this pullback right here. All right, but yeah, anyways, we are officially retraced into the fair value gap. I'm really hoping we don't get a rejection here for ES, to go down. But once again, guys, I do want to look for an entry above 838, and then we'll pretty much be happy from there. All right, I like this energy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I woke up at 8:30 today. I took a pretty good shower to wake up and everything, so I'm feeling good. Typically, I would wake up 1 minute before market open, get ready, do all my morning stuff, and then get on. Super tired. My mind is still waking up and all that stuff. So yeah, hopefully going forward, I have the discipline to wake up a lot earlier, because I do feel a lot better. I don't know how tired I'm gonna be in 2 hours from now. I'm probably gonna go to sleep, because you guys know I was literally up at 4 in the morning yesterday trading during London, to alert the setup and everything. But honestly, I feel pretty good. Make money and go back to bed. That's the goal, bro. This kind of entry will be an IFG. Exactly. Yes, we are inversing this bearish fair value gap. So ideally, with the regular fair value gap, you want to see a rejection off of this. But now that we took out our objective to the upside, to the downside, why would we reject off this to target exactly what? If you go on the higher time frame, we have absolutely nothing to the downside, meaning that sellers are no longer interested. Hence why we're getting a DOL sweep plus a full-on reversal. Or at least we're trying to get it. All right. So yeah, my ISIS setup is as perfect as possible. All we need now is to make sure that price is actually strong enough to hold up the inverse, and then we should be good. All right. But yeah, hopefully this trade is a really good one, because obviously it's lined up perfectly. So it's kind of all up to price action to decide whether it wants to trade or not. Obviously we don't have much control behind what the market does. All right, we did our job by finding the setup. We identified that our bias is bullish. We want to see a bullish setup and all that good stuff, and we go from there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You're not marking the 15-minute fair value gap at 7 or 874. 874, that's going to be our price target regardless. So there's no point in marking it out if we're going to be taking trims regardless there, right? So whatever we do going forward, we shouldn't really be too stressed out about it, because obviously we already did our job and got the trims there. But yeah, how do you take trims on Tradeovate? Pretty much what trims are, guys, is you're pretty much just selling a portion of your position to secure profits, just in case obviously the trade is not going to go up forever or go down forever. But as you're taking trims, obviously you are securing yourself some profits in the market, which will pretty much tell you, or not tell you, but you're pretty much you're just securing profits. So you're selling less than what you own. So let's say, for example, you enter the trade with 10 micros, right? Trimming would be selling anything less than 10, right? So you're taking a portion of the profit and you're leaving the rest in the market, as if it were to go higher, you're going to make that extra percent of profit. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what trimming is. Now, if this trade does end up playing out fairly quick in the next minute or the next 5 minute candle. I'm gonna look to do 7 contracts instead of the 5 contracts I was planning on doing, because this setup in my eyes looks literally perfect. I absolutely love the setup. Like the confirmations, guys, it can't get any better than this. All right. So yeah, once again, guys, I am looking for an entry above like the 835 range. I would start looking for longs. And then, you know what I mean? We just go from there. But yeah, in my eyes, guys, this setup is absolutely perfect. I love the setup. All right. So yeah, let me put this on the screen real quick so you guys can obviously see when I enter and, you know, all that stuff, and we go from there. But I really do believe we have a lot of room for higher. If anything, I will literally enter right now because I'm that confident that we're gonna go higher. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Obviously I'm not gonna break any rules. We are inside of a bearish rally gap. We can reject at any given moment, but you guys get the point. I'm really confident in going higher. I really do believe. You know what I mean? Let me see. All right, there you go. But yeah, I really do believe that we can seek a lot higher above this inverse right here. So obviously this is gonna be our setup. I'm not even gonna bother putting that. I'm just gonna use trading view. But yeah, look at that. We're getting red to green flips. We're getting everything we want to see, guys. Not only did we sweep every level of liquidity to the downside, we have a full-on MSS, we have full-on buying, we have a full-on inverse coming in very, very soon. I mean, it can't get any better than this. If this setup doesn't play out, honestly, I would be very surprised. All right, but yeah, a part of me wants to just buy now and just anticipate that we go higher. So I might just do that. Let me see, because I obviously want to make sure that buyers are really, really strong here. But guys, you don't understand how much I like this setup. It's as perfect as it could possibly be. Yeah, I really want to buy that. I really want to press that buy button. You guys don't understand. I really, really like this. But obviously, I do want to wait and make sure that we do inverses so we have no issue with anything. I'm really confident that we go higher. There shouldn't be a reason why we sell off at any given time. We have nothing to the downside. So yeah. By the way, I will be doing this with 7 contracts, 7 micros. I'll probably get an entry if we break above 830 again. I'll probably just look to just anticipate the breakout and go from there. Because obviously you guys know buyers right here are extremely strong. Make sure I can log it in time. Get this trade out real quick. There we go. All right, there's the push up again. I really want to enter right now. All right, fuck it. All right, guys, I'm in longs. I'm gonna set my stop loss at. I ended up getting filled at what price? How do you check your fill? 36. So let me base a 30-point stop loss off 36. So it would look more like. So I'll place my stop loss at 805. All right, yeah, 805 right there. Not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, let me go ahead and put this out. I'll move this higher. Okay. There we go. But yeah, once again, guys, I absolutely love the idea for longs. I can't get more confident in this trade. If it doesn't play out, honestly, I would be very surprised, and I'm sure you guys would too. All right, but yeah, let's see exactly how this ends up playing out. Let me put out that I'm in longs real quick, just like that. All right, but yeah, let's see how this ends up panning out. For my top step accounts, I'm gonna look to take trims fairly quick. Because I obviously want to secure the $200 day to get that payout pretty much secured. So once we see, like, I would say if we do end up seeing like 250 to maybe like $300 in unrealized gains, I'll look to trim 5. So let me get that ready. We trim 5, we secure the $200 day, and we just hold the last 2 micros if it wants to continue going higher. All right. But yeah, guys, that is exactly what I am looking for. And then like I said, I don't really see any sort of a fair value gap anywhere, so I don't really think we should get a rejection anytime soon. And I would be actually really surprised if we do end up getting a rejection anywhere. Because once again, guys, you guys saw it here. We have nothing to the downside. We took out everything. We got the reversal we wanted to see. Everything looks, in my eyes, absolutely as perfect as possible. So right now, it's pretty much just give the market enough time to see 864, and we pretty much just go from there. All right. Let me go ahead and set this a little bit lower right here. There you go. Now, if we do see 864, which will be PT1, that'll be about 30 points. So let me get that ready just in case. Let me see. All right, there you go. I set that up. Anyways, yeah, we're still sitting at the same range. It seems like price might consolidate for a quick minute here. But absolutely, so far, nothing to really worry about. We're still near the entry point. But yeah, I really, really want to see at least 864. That's one of the price targets that I really want to see. I'm sure we could see it though. We have a lot of buying pressure kicking in, or we had at least. We don't have any room for lower, like I keep repeating. Now, if we get a pullback, it can get a little bit messy here because obviously we don't have too much room, at least on these tops of accounts, to really play with our stop loss. So I'm hoping we don't get too much of a pullback, and I'm really hoping that buyers are able to hold this fairly well. All right, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this chart open as just it's a lot quicker, so you guys actually see what's going on. And I'll just use trading views for the pictures of the chart. So let me get this kind of ready like this. Just like that. All right, cool. All right, and like I said, guys, once we see like 250 maybe to like $300 in unrealized gains, I'm gonna look to take 5 contracts. So that honestly should be our price target, if anything. So yeah, I'll probably look to take the trims like strictly at 864. All right, guys. Yeah, as long as price is able to break above this high, we shouldn't really have anything stopping us until this price target. But yeah, in the meantime, let me start catching. Oh my. Okay, I was about to say, let me start catching up on the chat while this trade does his own thing. But no, I don't. About for the person asking about the psychology stuff, I'm still working on the channels. I'm gonna be looking to do classes based off psychology, like have mentors and everything. So that's in the works. That's in the works. Trims on top step. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking to take trims at around the 64 range. So we need like a like 20 points, I would say. Yeah, 20 points. We have enough buying pressure. I'm sure we could see it very, very soon. We should be able to see it. But yeah, guys, once again, once we see 864, I'm gonna be looking to take out 5, and I just hold runners for higher and just let it do its own thing. There it is. Sell 5. All right, guys, I trimmed. Sell 5. I don't know if I want to move my stop loss to break even. I'll probably just move it. I don't want to risk too much, but yeah, fuck it. Let's do break even. All right, guys, we are break even. All right, guys, break even just like that, baby. Let's get it. Guys, if you guys are green, let me know. But yeah, we should all be green on this setup. Just like that, we secured another green day on our tops of accounts. As you guys can see right here, performance stats. So far we are green on these 2 days right here. So not too shabby, not too bad. Now, if we get stopped at a break even, honestly, I don't really care. Wait, what? Wait, did we not hit price target? What? Maybe it bugged out. Whatever. Anyways, guys, 500 people on stream, about 100 people on YouTube. Guys, if you guys are green, which you guys should be green, I gave you guys the full game plan as clean as I possibly could. Guys, go at me in the profits channel. Go flood that channel with your gains and let me know if you guys are green. All right, guys, let me know. But yeah, we should be pretty good. But yeah, hopefully you guys didn't take the trade stuck out. Nah, but you're good. You're good, man. You're good. Hopefully you guys are able to understand exactly what we looked for here, why it looked so perfect and everything. And hopefully these last two runners can make us some extra money here. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so far we are pretty nice. I might look to take another set of runner here at if we break above 875, just so we can secure that extra whatever it is. I can't really see that number here. That extra $120 there. So about $60 extra profit. Going to trip at 907. What do we have at 907? Oh yeah, we have that this level at 907. Yeah. How do you take trims on TradingView? Guys, it's the same way. Taking trims is just selling a portion of your position. That's all it is. So the same way you bought, the same way you sell, you just sell less than what you're holding. So if you're holding 10, you could sell 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any of that is considered a trim. You're pretty much just, oh my, hold on. All right, guys, I took another set of trims here. That rip up was beautiful. Yeah, really nice set of trims there. Oh my. All right, guys, I'm fully out here. We just secured $500 on the account. I'm pretty happy with that. For the day, I'm pretty happy with that. $500 profit on the account. Nice. That is what I like to see. Yeah. All right, so guys, for the people participating in the Top Step Challenge, are you guys on your XFAs? Is the XFAs green? Are you guys doing good? Let me know. And guys, by the way, if you guys are green in the chat, if you guys are on YouTube or on the Discord, which is most of you guys in the Discord, if you guys are green, guys, go at me over in the Profits channel. Let me know how you guys are doing today. Go at me. Go, do all that good stuff. All right, guys. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and make sure that I alert that this trade is currently green 50 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 60 points, in fact. Should I say that I trimmed? Because I'm going to take it on Apex. I'm just going to say I took 4 profits. Let me put it here. But right, not too bad, guys. So far, we are doing pretty good on the challenge. Now, guys, once again, the whole goal behind this is try to secure as many $200 days as possible so we can secure that payout. I'm not going to say by Friday. It has to be by next week, unfortunately, because I am not trading tomorrow. All right, guys. But yeah, once again, if you guys are green, guys, go at me in the profit channel. Everyone in here should be as green as possible. All right, guys. We pretty much sniped this trade to the T. All right. So once again, guys, hopefully you guys are enjoying these A+ setups a lot more than usual. You know what I mean? Although they do take longer, you guys know we were cash Friday in yesterday. But at the end of the day, I mean, look at the setups that we're getting now by waiting. You know what I mean? So you're not still in? No, not on my Top Step. Not on my Top Step. No, I'm fully out on Top Step. I secured the profits, as you guys can see right here. We are currently up $485 on the second day of trading these XFAs. All right, guys. So yeah, so far so good. Not too bad. Yeah, you guys can see everything here. Pretty nice. On last week on Thursday, with the 45-point trade that we ended up or the 40-point trade that we ended up catching, we caught 350 points. Today we caught about 60 points for almost $500 on the trade. All right, and we are about to see the price target. So let's go ahead and make sure. You think we may go higher? Definitely, yes. I mean, we just seeked higher as we're speaking right now. So yeah, I still do believe we can probably see this London high sooner or later. But guys, we just hit PT2. So if you guys are in, you guys can either feel free to take full profits here or just what's it called? Or just take another site here and start moving your stop loss a lot up, a lot higher up, is what I meant to say. But yeah, not too bad. We are currently green 75 points. I'm gonna go down and alert this guys. Give me 1 second. P2 hit on Q for 75 points. Let's take another skill here to secure some more profits and start turning your stop loss in the green. All right, perfect. All right, anyways, but yeah. How much is the activation right now for Apex? It should be good question. It should be yes, I am still trading my guys. I am choosing Apex over Top Step any other day of the week. Guys, the only reason I'm trading Top Step is you guys know we are doing the challenge. That is pretty much why I'm on this. Now, do I like Top Step? Honestly, yeah, it's not a bad. I like the broker. I like the broker. I don't know about the prop firm. I haven't gotten a payout with them yet, but we are working towards it. So we need 3 more days traded for 200 plus days. We should have the payout. But yeah, it's all right. Honestly, I kind of do like it. I do like it. It's definitely not bad. But yeah, no, guys, you guys know Apex is my baby. I absolutely love Apex. I make the most money out of them. I have the most accounts there. I have everything built up. You just can't go wrong with Apex. But yeah, anyways, David, I'm up 53,100 onto my combines. Um, if you're on combines, yeah, you might have made double more as much as you should have. Because remember, with Top Step, you need to make 50% of the goal. No. Oh, do a challenge with Apex. You're oh no, but you should be good. Yeah, you should be good. You should be good. Yeah, you're good. So once the day ends, you should be good. I'll do a challenge with Apex. Honestly, I'm down. Now, right now, I kind of can't because, well, maybe I can because I already have 20 accounts on Apex. You guys know that. But I'm pretty sure they allow you to buy more. You just can't use them. So it's kind of like a reserve. So honestly, guys, after we finish Top Step, would you guys be down to do a challenge on Apex? I feel like a lot of you guys use Apex a lot more than Top Step here, so it would be way better. Can you scroll out? Yeah, here. What do you want? The chart? Is that what you need? What's the final take profit? The final take profit is 20,036. So we have 974, 992, and 36. That's about it. Apex challenge. All right. So you guys are flooding the Apex challenges more than Top Step. Now, guys, once again, the whole reason I did Top Step is not because I hate Apex or I don't. I actually love. Guys, you guys know, Apex is like my kid. All my accounts are built up there. Like it took me months upon months upon months to really build up these accounts. So Apex is my thing. But I pretty much just did Top Step to not only go back down to zero, because you know a lot of you guys in here are new. You guys might be struggling with passing your accounts. Not only did we pass all of these accounts on live, but we're also about to get a payout on live. I'm gonna make sure that everyone in here gets it. All right, guys. But yeah, the whole reason we did Top Step is kind of just to try something new, do a little bit of a challenge, possibly get on the leaderboard, and obviously get you guys a payout. Last, why didn't you hold the trade? I'm pretty happy with $500 profit. Remember, the whole thing that I'm trying to do with these accounts is try to secure as many $200 days as possible, and pretty much just get the payout. That's about it. I'm just trying to get a payout as fast as possible, so I don't have to focus on Top Step as much, and I can go back to the usual schedule. All right. No. Top Step doesn't have consistency rules. Not for XFAs. You can make literally 100K if you want to right now, and they won't say anything. I missed the challenge. Down to get another one. We'll run it. Now, for the people on YouTube, guys, once again, I see you guys asking in the chat, how do I get no delay live streams? Guys, it's the first link in the description. All right, guys. Someone said, I want to join into the challenge, but I guess it's too late now. Bro, it's never too late. Just because we finish this challenge doesn't mean I'm going to be giving you guys my worst setups. You know what I mean? I'm still going to be giving you guys my best work. I'm just doing this live in front of you guys. I'm labeling it a challenge because obviously, you know what I mean? Kind of is. I mean, managing so many things, it's a little bit hard. But I'm just doing this so you guys can obviously see me trading and me be a little bit more transparent than what I usually am, which I try to be as transparent as I possibly can. But you guys, I saw some of you guys asking for more in the chat, so here we are. I'm literally showing my exact broker, exact everything. as transparent as I possibly can. So hopefully that answers you guys' questions. But yeah, once we finish Top Step, I'll consider doing an Apex challenge with you guys. All right. So yeah, guys, once we get a payout, so we should be realistically speaking, guys, we should be looking at a payout sometime by Tuesday to Wednesday next week. All right. Once you get the payout, I'm gonna stop focusing on Top Step. I'll probably just leave these accounts here just to sit there and I don't know, do whatever. You know what I mean? I probably won't use Top Step that much. I like the firm, but Apex is more of my thing. You guys know I love Apex. All right. That's where I have everything built up. That's where I make a lot of money. You guys see the 20K payouts. You guys see all the payouts. You guys see everything. All right. But yeah, once again, once you see a payout sometime next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, we're aiming for about 1K, a 1K payout. I'm happy with that. We'll go over and do Apex. All right, guys. So yeah, what about the rules on Apex? They're very severe. No, man. No. Guys, Apex has all these rules. They have quote unquote a lot of rules, not because they're trying to go against your trading. It's because they're trying to avoid having gamblers in their thing. If you take the time to read the rules for Apex, it's all just don't gamble, don't add more to a losing trade, don't do this. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Don't oversize the consistency rule, stuff like that. All right, David, is your balance 800? Yeah, it is currently 836. So let's do the math here. Let's say we average out. Let me see. Hold on. Let's say we average out going for right now. The accounts are at 836. Or yeah, 836 right here. If we average out $200 days for 3 more days, so if we do 200 plus 200 plus 200, we would have minimum $1,436. You divide that by 50% of what you can request. So we're looking at a $700 payout so far. Obviously, we're probably going to, if we do get a green day for the next 3 days again, we're probably going to be making more than $200 because you guys know we usually hold our trades for a lot longer. But this will be the minimum as to what we're going to request on whenever we can request next week. All right, guys. So yeah, now, like I said, I'm aiming for about $1,000 worth of a payout, at least $1,000. I'll be happy with that to label it a completed challenge. But yeah, so far we're looking at about $718 if we hit minimum days for $200 for the next 2 days. All right, guys. But yeah, that is pretty much it from this. Now, once again, before you guys get off, because I'm seeing a lot of you guys get off, for my new people in here, you guys know I've been trying to change the server as much as possible. The chats have been a lot cleaner. No more trolling, just pure dedication. Guys, I am slowly working on as many channels as I possibly can with the education. I want to give you guys as much education as possible so you guys can actually master this. So guys, in the meantime, I am working on 2 channels so far. I'm gonna be adding a psychology channel. I'm gonna talk with KP, because actually KP has a degree in psychology for trading, or not for trading, but in general. But you guys know he trades. All right. So yeah, I'm currently focused on this one right here, as you guys can see right here. I'm trying to make it as organized as possible. So someone yesterday asked me, hey, I'm a little bit new to trading. I don't know what some of these words mean, like fair value gaps, DOL, trend, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, you guys can be as a beginner as possible. And I just explain everything here, how it works. I kind of just explain here the words that we use the most, what they are, how you can find them, examples of them, and stuff like that. All right, but yeah, pretty much everything that you see here of me going into like a good amount of detail into them, I'm gonna be going into detail on everything here. So if you guys are new or if you guys need a little bit of help finding something or whatever, I'm gonna be posting as many examples and as many breakdowns explaining the strategy all here in the premium. All right, guys, and the way you guys can find this channel is down here under the education tab under Blastoise's full strategy. If you guys can't find that, quickly scroll up, go to where it says browse channels, scroll down to premium, and it should be right here. It should be trade breakdowns. You just make sure this is checked out and you guys should be good to go. All right, guys. But yeah, so right now, after I get off this live, I'm going to be working on filling out the channel as much as I can today. Obviously, I have a lot of work to do, but I'm also going to be doing trade breakdowns. Obviously, I'm going to be breaking down last night's trade and today's trade in this channel right here. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead and check out this channel right here. All right. It should be up by 12 or maybe by the end of the day. I'll have everything up. All right, guys. But once again, please give me as much time, or not as much. I'm not going to take a while, but give me time. You guys know I'm trying to work on as many changes as I possibly can. Because I really, really want you guys to be I want this to be a community where everyone helps each other rather than just follow me and get off. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna be working as much as I can, literally all night long if I have to fill all these channels out so you guys can be learning as much as possible. All right, and once again, for the people that need help, mentally or not. Not like that, but you guys get what I'm saying, like over trading, getting into your fields while in the trade, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be working with KP so we can start doing. I don't know if we want to do classes or one-on-ones to help people out with the psychology. All right, guys. And once again, KP does have a degree in psychology, so I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. All right, guys. So yeah, we are working as much as possible, but since these changes happened literally over the weekend and I have a lot of work to do, it could take a little bit of days for me to actually get everything set up and ready. So guys, in the meantime, please just trust me. I'm going to be giving you guys as many trades as possible that are as perfect as possible so we make money and we just go from there. All right, guys. So yeah, for now I am going to be actually we are going up, so hopefully you guys are able to manage this trade, but guys, personally I am going to be getting off. I made my money for the day on both Apex and Top Step. As you guys see, right? Wait, let me see. It didn't pull up. There we go. Yeah, we made our money today. We made $500 on the challenge account. So yeah, we are pretty much good to call it a day. I don't really want to be wasting as much time because I have a lot of work to do. All right, guys. So in the meantime, if you guys do need me, just ask the question over in the premium chat and I'll be there. All right, guys. I'll be there answering questions and everything while I work. All right, guys. But in the meantime, if you guys are good, happy with the day, go call it. Oh, wait. Before you guys get off, tomorrow, no trades. All right. Tomorrow, do not get on the live. Don't even bother with the Discord. We're not gonna be on. All right. Tomorrow's FOMC day. We do not trade those days. All right. So me personally, I suggest you guys just sleep in. Exactly. All right. I'm gonna take the day off tomorrow to kind of not get burnt out and just enjoy the day a little bit. All right. So I suggest you guys do the same. All right. But other than that, guys, I'm done. All right. I'm gonna be working on the channels, so I got some more to do. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later then. All right. Peace out, chat. Hopefully you guys are happy with today. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace out. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the stream. Hopefully you guys were able to make some money with us. As you guys see, we ended up catching about we caught NQ longs for 75 points and still running a little bit more here. But yeah, we are currently green. Pretty much $500 on the day on the Top Step account challenge. So once again, we need 3 more days of $200 profits to secure the payout, and the challenge will be completed. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys are able to enjoy the stream. Once again, for the people asking how to get rid of the delay in the chat, it's simple, guys. Click the first thing in the description. Use code challenge on any upgrade, and it'll give you guys access to the premium where we are taking all these trades live with no delay. All right, guys. And if you guys do want to stack up on some Apex accounts, you guys obviously see the code on the screen. It is code Blastoise for up to 90% off any Apex account. So go stack those accounts up. All right, guys. But other than that, I am pretty much off for the day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right, guys. Take it easy, guys. Peace out. Peace.